Now, on Tuesday, Senegal became the first African country to qualify for the round of 16 stage at the ongoing FIFA World Cup in Qatar. And that came after Teranga Lions recorded a plucky 2-1 victory over Ecuador. By virtue of that feat, the Senegalese are now on course to lock in horns with England on Saturday for a place in the quarterfinals. For an update on the other results of the day, in addition to what to expect from today's action, we're now being joined from Doha in Qatar by Arise correspondent Aron Akerejola. Aron, good to have you on Newsday. Please fill us in on what we should expect for today.
All right. Good afternoon to you, Cynthia. I must actually tell you that it was a day to rejoice for African teams, understanding that we've seen African teams rise to the occasion. They have been slow burners, but finally they've actually come into this particular tournament and they've actually done it in grand style. So as it stands right now, let's see how things actually play out for the African teams, because yesterday the Teranga Lions of Senegal went against Ecuador and they knew only a victory will do. And as it stands right now, thanks to Captain Fantastic, talking about Kalidou Koulibaly, he actually got the all-important winner for them after Ismaila Sarr had actually scored for the Teranga Lions. Of course, Caicedo for Ecuador equalized, but Kalidou Koulibaly was fastest in the 80-yard box to slot home a rifler. And I must say, kudos to him. And right now, they have a place in the round of 16. But it doesn't get easier for the Teranga Lions as they will be going against the Three Lions of England in that round of 16 on Sunday. Some are saying that this will be a battle to become the Lion King. Which lion will be standing tall after Sunday's encounter? For the Three Lions of England yesterday, they were made to work hard in the first half, but a moment of brilliance in the second half unlocked the defense of the Welsh national team, talking about the Dragons. And as it stood, it was only a matter of time. A second, a third came in for them, and it was easy peasy for the Three Lions of England after they qualified top of that particular Group A and Group B. So kudos to them as he actually stood for them and they were able to make amends for the drab draw they actually had in match day 2. As we actually press it further, a lot is expected for the rest of the teams that are still in contention for the round of 16 tie. For today, we'll be having some key battles go down. And I must say that everyone seems to be relishing Lionel Messi against Robert Lewandowski, as Poland will be taking on the Akerejola of Argentina. Let's see if Robert Lewandowski, after getting the monkey off his back and getting his first goal, he will be able to add a second today. It's part of Group C fixtures. Of course, 2 matches simultaneously being played, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Saudi Arabia, who shocked Argentina, will be going out and taking on the L3 of Mexico with the hope that they can met out the same result they gave to Argentina. As it stands right now, Argentina are looking on course to qualify, but they know that they need a win against Poland today. Away from that, in Group D, Australia, the Socceroos, will be taking on Denmark. Denmark had a game to forget in match day 2. They'll be hoping to pick up the pieces and actually go against Australia. And more importantly, the big one, Tunisia against France.
Thank you for that update, Aaron. Now, another day where politics seems to be making it an attempt to overshadow what we're seeing on the pitch. What's the feel like on the ground with regards to Iran and the US, and have things calmed down now?
About that particular game that I went down yesterday, of course, the US qualified second in Group B, beating Iran by a solitary goal, and Chelsea's Christian Pulisic getting the only goal in the game, but it came at a very, very grave cost, understanding that he had to be stretched out of the field, injured in that particular game. Whether he will be fit for their next round of fixtures is left to be seen. But for Iran, they were being told by Tehran that any act of defiance will see the Iranian national team face a lot of backlash for the team when they return back to Tehran, and for their families. Remember, on match day one, when they went against the Three Lions of England, the Iranian national team decided not to sing the national anthem. And Tehran, talking about, and their supreme authorities are saying that insult to the national anthem and to the state of Iran will never happen again. And any act of defiance will be meted out with a lot of punishment. Iran has decided to buckle under the pressure, and as it stands right now, they will continue to sing the national anthem as long as they are here. And more importantly, moving away from that, you spoke about the U.S. and the Iranian journalist 3 days ago decided to make himself a hero, or rather make himself a little bit famous by going out there and asking hard questions. They have always been stating that they want to stay away from politics and they don't want anyone to actually involve politics into football, but it was rather unfortunate on the day that the Iranian journalist decided to mix politics and football and asking the captain of the U.S. national team what they thought about the U.S. and all their acts globally. I must say, this has been a heavily politicized World Cup. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, every single match day, every single venue, something is always popping up concerning politics and taking the shine off football. You cannot stop people from expressing their views, but I think it's going a little bit out of hand as we speak.
Well said, Aaron. Well, unfortunately, my question also deviates from the game because there's also been some buzz regarding the statements that were made by the World Cup chief, that's Hassan Al-Tawadi, and that's regarding him stating that between 400 and 500 migrant workers have died as a result of work done on projects connected to the tournament. And that's a greater figure from what Qatari officials have cited previously. I'm just wondering what you've heard about that and if it's also, causing a bit of a stir regarding the game.
Looking at that, this is the highest figure that Qatar has actually put out there. It was saying that 400 to 500, according to some UK reports, according to some investigative reporting being done. The reports out there are that well over 6,000 migrant workers have passed away in the course of a decade. And Qatar has refuted that particular number and said it's not even remotely close to that. But as it stands right now, one thing is clear. The migrant workers passed away, whether in the course of duty or probably due to natural causes, because they are also stating that some of these people actually passed away due to natural causes. But one thing is certain, migrant workers passed away in the course of building several stadiums and infrastructures for the Qatar 2022 World Cup. And this will still be a dark cloud that will always hover around the hosting of this particular World Cup, the World Cup itself, and the legacy of the World Cup. But one thing is certain, people paid their lives, and some would say some actually gave their blood to have this World Cup hosted here in Qatar.
Now, Aaron, on a much lighter note as we round up, some are saying Man United is dominating the World Cup. What are your thoughts?
They will not be far from it. On the Saturday, the Marcus Rashford got a brace for himself yesterday for the Three Lions of England. You look at that also, Casemiro got the all-important goal for the Seleção of Brazil, and we'll be having Martinez for Argentina today when the Albiceleste actually play against Poland today. The Three Lions of England have actually, Manchester United and the Red Devil players have actually risen to the occasion. They've shown like a million stars. Kudos to them, and they will be hoping to do themselves proud. But whether or not that now translates to Manchester United getting into the top 4 is left to be seen. But Manchester United players at the moment not donning Manchester United colours, but rather their respective international colours are really putting up a show. And I'm sure back home, Manchester United board and their supporters will be glad that their players are really lighting up this World Cup.
Well, thank you so much. Arise news correspondent live from Doha in Qatar, Aron Akerejola. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday. We appreciate your time.